We got the straps on the shoulders and everything.
Yeah, I do.
Eyeliner matching the straps.
I try.
How you coordinate with the straps?
I do what I do.
Yeah. Are you prepared for this, young lady? Are you truly prepared for this?
I am ready. Let's
Okay.
go.
Are you sure? You sure
I
you're prepared
am.
for this? A team of cracked out smoking monkeys type these questions out for 12 days straight to come out with the absolute best questions possibly just for you. So we can get to know you.
Okay.
When all this is done, the world will know you and you alone.
And me alone. Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Can you handle it?
I can handle it.
Can those
handle it all.
Can the shoulders bear the weight?
Yes.
Are you willing to be open and honest?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, Your Honor. I feel like I'm in the courtroom.
Guilty. God damn
it. I'm innocent. I plead the fifth.
That's what you say.
That's what I know.
All right. Let's get ready to roll.
All right.
We are in another wonderful episode of the Getting to Know You series tonight. Wonderful, wonderful guests. Nickname on the street, Sessa Chocolate. Yeah, that's right. I said it's sexual, not sexual, sexual. Sessa Chocolate.
Sexual.
Sessa Chocolate. Our one and only Jolon De Lancy. How you doing, wonderful?
I am doing great. How about you?
I don't know yet. We'll see if you answer these questions honestly. We'll see.
How it's gonna go down.
We'll see. Yeah, see how dirty it's gonna get. You sure you're ready for all this?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you got your coffee?
I don't drink coffee, but I'm ready.
You took a little bump? You got your little bump?
No.
Took a little nose candy?
I'm clean.
All right, just checking. Just checking. All right. You want to start soft or you want to start hard? That's not an innuendo. Don't go there. That's
with my you, job. It is. I know it is.
That's my job.
I know.
Let's see where we're gonna start. We got a few here. Let's see. All right, let's keep it simple. Why did you join the Purple Mic?
I believe in what it stands for, and to be part of something that is real, raw, unedited, uncut, in a sense. I was so willing and down for expressing myself and being able to show a piece of who I am to the world on a platform like this, where you have people who tune in and view and are able to hear, my side of my story, whatever that may be regarding whatever topics that we're discussing. So I think it's just something that I was able to join also for growth and to dig deep into myself and get to figure out who I am in some aspects and learn things about myself that I didn't know that existed within myself.
So have you actually grown?
I have.
Getting different
perspectives from different people from all walks of life. Like, when you are in a community where you grow up, you attend church or whatever, you go to a certain school, you kind of like adapt some of those things from, I guess, mindsets, I should say, from the people around you. But being with a different group of people that I, just met on this forum, I was able to learn from them and then apply some of those things to my own life.
Okay. You kind of segued into the next question. Good. Are you growing personally or professionally from being on the Purple Mic?
I think both. I mean, I'm in a profession where I deal with people all day long, and it just teaches me to be more patient with people, to be more understanding of people and their views and opinions, and not, judge or put people in a box. And then in my personal life, learning how to build better relationships with my friends, family, significant other, if need be, and how to more communicate and just see their point of view.
Okay, so let me give you something that's not from the audience questions.
Oh my!
Here's the first speedball. You have said before that you do not date outside of your race, right? You stick with the brothers. You love you some chocolate.
Yes.
So being that most of, well, all of the panelists, male panelists are Black men, how does that affect you relationship wise now that you can get the Black male perspective?
I guess it just falls in line with where I see myself and my upbringing. You know, I also have a Caribbean background too. And so I've just pretty much grew up around people of my color and my hue, and knowing where I come from in a sense where I feel like I have a sense of belonging, that just makes me feel like I'm at home. So it's not that trying something new or venturing out is there's anything wrong with that, but I just feel more at home with, dating within my community.
Okay. So tagging off of that, do you feel, or have you ever felt that dating only Black men is potentially hindering you from finding your one true love that may be of another race?
That's kind of a loaded question because
Oh yeah, yes, that's
I
what we
wouldn't
do
know
here.
that unless I dated outside of my race. Like, how would I know? Like,
That's the whole purpose of it. Do you
yeah,
think
I
you're
know. And
missing out? Could you
I mean,
potentially be missing your one true love? What if your one true love is a Hispanic man?
that's true, but he hasn't found me yet. Almost say I'm a. Where
Would you
you at? Like,
would you I guess the question is, would you give him a shot, somebody outside your race, since you only deal with Black men and Black men only?
I mean, I'm not saying like I'm closed minded, like I would never date outside of my race, but the only people that I've encountered that have asked me out on dates have been people within my race. So,
Oh, the brothers are the only ones that have stepped up.
yeah,
Watch
exactly.
out there now. Thank you, brothers. Thank you. I
That's what I'm
appreciate you.
saying. So,
That's what I'm
if I
talking
was
about.
maybe approached by someone outside of my race, then I
You could
probably
consider
could
it.
consider it. Exactly.
Okay. All
So I'm
right.
open to
Okay.
it. It's just never happened before.
All right. Y'all hear that, fellas? If you of a different race, there's potential there. Just come correct. She may
I'm
not do a
correct.
background check like you on
Exact
some other
right.
people on the show. You know, might not do a
Oh
background
boy.
check. Yeah,
And we
yeah.
ain't naming no names.
Yeah. We ain't naming no names.
We ain't naming no names.
Not yet. Later on, we will.
Right.
All right, let's see what else we got here. What's one thing that people are generally surprised to find out about you?
That I sing.
Really?
Hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah, because I don't sing like that. Yeah.
You sing soprano on the mic?
Yeah.
I was just throwing that
Not
out
tonight
there.
though, but yeah, I do
I
sing a
was just
little
throwing
bit.
it out there. The soprano. You do sing soprano?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
So, how often do you sing?
I sing in the car, in the shower, at home.
Well,
in
everybody
church.
sings in the shower, but
Right, but I don't really sing,
I'm
out
talking
in
about like get
public
on the
like
mic,
that.
be like, "Bam, this is
No,
me."
I'm very shy when it comes to my voice.
Really? Seriously? You
Yes.
shy? Seriously?
Yeah. You would never believe that,
Misopinionated
but
is shy?
yes, I am very shy when it comes to my voice.
I'm having trouble believing that.
Okay. Well,
So, won't you do us a
there's
favor?
a
At some point in time, record yourself singing and let us hear it. At some point in time, give us a taste.
I might consider doing that, but
There
at
we
some
go on the
point in
consider.
time,
We're
yeah,
on the
consideration.
consider.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. What you mean you don't
Consideration.
know?
Because that's a touchy subject for me. I'm very critical of my voice,
Is
so
there a fear of being judged?
yes. And I say that very quickly, yes.
Does that translate to relationships too, outside the Black men, dating other men?
A
The
little
fear of
bit.
being judged by
Yes,
other races?
yes, a little bit.
Huh. So why is there that level of insecurity?
I don't know. It's just maybe the stigma of you're not good enough.
But that can come from anybody, including the Black
You're
man.
right. It can, but given the world that we live in, you see that all the time, like where we're not as accepted in society sometimes.
Not from what I've seen lately. I've seen a lot of sisters with some Caucasian men.
Well, I mean, you see it, but what are the behind the scenes, behind closed doors, things that they have to go through to be able
Oh
to,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been in
that's what I mean.
tons of I've dated other women, and yeah, that
Yeah,
is
that's what I mean. Sometimes, you just see the good stuff that people want to show you, but what about behind the scenes?
you're gonna get judged either way. So why
Right.
does it matter?
It shouldn't matter. You should be confident in yourself and you know who
I
you're
mean, I
with.
dated a white girl at one point in time, and the sisters hated her. Ooh, she got some looks.
Why? I don't judge people. I feel like love is love, and whoever you love, it shouldn't matter the color of their skin because that they're a person, and if they fulfill something within you, then go for it.
So, are there men of a different race you do find attractive?
Yes. If you're attractive, you're attractive. You
So
don't just have to be.
why hasn't Miss Delancey made the first move?
Because that's just not my style. I'm old
Oh,
school,
I was about to say
traditional.
we old school, huh?
Yeah, I'm old school, traditional, where I feel a man, if he wants to talk to you, should approach you.
But what's that old saying? A closed mouth don't get fed.
That's true. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna say, "Hey, can you feed me?" But
Hey,
as far as
if you
getting my
find a
number and
man
asking me
attractive,
out, like, no,
still that works
that's
both
not.
ways nowadays, though, don't you think?
It could, but that's not
What
my
you mean
style.
it could? If you call yourself a self-independent, empowered woman, why can't you go and get what you want when you see it?
Because there are certain things that I feel should come to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, excuse me.
absolutely.
Oh, it should come
So
to
that's
me.
why.
All right. Here's the $1,000 question. Are you single or in a relationship? The world wants to know.
Is that you want to know or the world wants to know?
The world wants to know, and I'm just standing right next to the world because I'm curious.
Well, I am currently single.
Really?
Really.
Currently single.
Currently.
Hmm. And how long have you been single? The world wants to know.
I've been single for quite some time now.
When you say quite some time, is that 6 months, year, beyond?
Beyond.
What
Beyond a
the
year.
hell is wrong with you?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with
So
me.
why are you single, young lady?
I have
Don't you work in a
no.
hospital?
Yes, but I work around women all day.
And there's got to be a man strutting around there somewhere.
No.
There's testicles in the building.
No. There are no men that I can meet where I work. It's just straight
Really?
women. Yes. Yes.
Seriously?
I promise.
That sounds a little sexist.
No, but it's true.
Y'all
And if
don't
women
allow
come in there,
testosterone in the
if women
room?
come in the office, they have their significant other with them. So what do I look like trying to get their man?
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. Hey, you can have a little fun throwing one of these.
No, sir.
Throwing one of
Nuh-uh.
them.
They're there for an exam and they're ready to go.
Still,
No,
throw them
it ain't
one.
gonna work
Flirt
like
a little
that. It
bit.
doesn't work like that. No,
Give them a couple of these. The funny eyes.
no.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I've tried online dating, but that didn't pan out
Don't work too
well.
well, huh? Yeah, we all
No.
know. It's always interesting. Though that
Yeah.
is always interesting. I've got some wonderful stories of things that have happened from
Oh
online
yeah.
dating. It's a trip.
Oh yeah. No, not
Let's
trying
see.
that.
See what we can do since you single and all. Ain't nobody in the wings. The proverbial dick in a glass case.
Oh, I wish. No,
Wow.
maybe.
Nothing that
Maybe.
whoa. That went from a no to a maybe. What's happening?
Maybe.
What's happening?
I had to think about it. Maybe.
What's his
Possibly.
name? And why shouldn't we kill him? We don't want to know his name really, but why shouldn't we kill him?
Why would you want to kill him?
Yeah, because obviously he ain't doing something right if you still talking about you single.
I plead the fifth. Next question.
I'm sorry. Pleading the fifth. Ooh. What are your relationship goals for yourself?
For myself, my
Mm-hmm.
relationship goals, I would like to be married and in a committed relationship long term. I don't want any short term, fly by night, on the edge of the cliff type of relationship.
On the edge of the cliff.
I've
Nice.
done those, been there, done that. I've dated, but I'm really looking for a life partner and someone who I can continue this life journey with.
Okay, so I'm going to take a page from the last interview and ask you this one. Does marriage for you, is it a all or nothing deal? I'm meaning if the guy gave you the social, the emotional, financial, all that good stuff, put a ring on your finger, roof over your head, you didn't want for anything, and you were fulfilled in that nature, but you guys never technically walked down the aisle. Would that be sufficient for you?
So you're saying there is no marriage license, there's no
marriage license, no church, no priest, no pastor, but he is committed to you and you only. He will put a ring on your finger. He just doesn't want to do all that, but he will totally commit himself to you.
So he doesn't want a wedding.
Yes, he doesn't want a wedding, don't want to go get a marriage license, but he can totally commit himself to you for the rest of his life.
That's hard, because the only reason why I say that is because marriage is not a piece of paper like everybody wants to say, but it is part of how it's like publicly recognized. I know people say it's a business deal.
True, it is, but
it's a
at the same
business
time,
transaction. Yes, it is. But
we got married without going. Well, not gonna say not going to the church, but we got married without having a license, and it was fine. So, at what point in time can we not go back to that? Is that now it's a problem because you got to have that piece of paper, you got to have that license?
I feel like the marriage license, and some people will disagree, but if you're in it for the right reasons, it will hold you accountable to, the vows and things
I
that
thought that's
you.
what the church thing was for, to hold both parties accountable.
That's like the wedding ceremony. That's like in front of your friends and family as a witness to them that you are actually joining with this person,
To
so that
hold you
people will
accountable.
know that
To
it's
hold
real.
you accountable.
Yes, that part too. But I feel like having the license to be married is just another step in that process. You see what I'm saying? It's like legally binding as well as spiritually binding.
So you
That's
just
the
can't
wedding
you
part.
just can't have the spiritual. You got to have the legal.
I want it all. You know what I'm saying? I want all the aspects that go along with being married.
Okay, I got to push the envelope just to smack.
Yes, I see.
See what's going on here.
Almost
Let's see
open.
what else. Have you had your I've made it moment yet?
I've made it moment.
Yeah, I guess you can say, okay, when I say made it, or when you say made it, let's take that two places: professionally in your career and personally as far as the purple mic is concerned.
Well, as far as my career, what I had set out to do, I've done. So I can say yes, I've made it as far as that part. But when it comes to the purple mic and, all the learning and things that we discuss, no. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still, receiving information and receiving the parts of me that I feel like I'm missing, in a sense, where I'm putting those pieces together and, formulating and reinforcing who I am and taking bits and pieces to better myself and learn more about me. So
So
it's a
are
process.
you so self-aware at this point that you know what the missing pieces are?
I'm getting there. I'm almost there. I will say I'm almost there.
Okay.
We all
Curveball.
have room for improvement and growth, and even if we got to that growth part, there's always another tier that we can hit and keep growing and keep developing into a better person and far beyond what you thought you could be. The possibilities are endless. It just depends on what you set out to do in your life.
Okay. Okay.
And everybody's goals and dreams and views are different. So it just depends on if you feel like you want to make $100,000 and you've hit that, then you've made it. If you feel like you've gotten married and you have 2 children, then you've made it. Whatever that is for you is whatever it is for you.
Okay. So another off the cuff question that's going to line up with some other things. So
Boy, off the cuff.
how did COVID, the whole pandemic, the lockdown affect you? I know you're in the hospital business, nursing and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure you didn't stop moving, but it had to have some kind of effect on you, some kind of way. And what was that effect?
Well, the effect it had on me was missing out on being around your friends, your family. A lot of time was missed because of COVID, like isolation and being away and having to bunker down and just the social aspect of not being around people for a while kind of put a damper on people's, especially me, like my emotional well-being. I was a little bit depressed, I guess, because I didn't see like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I know being in the medical field, I'm like, when is this thing going to be over so that we could kind of get back to some type of a normal routine. My life as far as work didn't stop because I work in healthcare. So that part for me didn't quite end or be at a standstill, but my social life kind of, was at a standstill. And it made me more appreciative of the moments that I have with the people that I love and cherish and continue to make more moments as much as I can while I'm here because, who knows what's going to happen next.
Okay, so were you seeing somebody before the pandemic?
Yes, kind of, sort of.
Well, we in the kind of sortas.
Kind of, sort of. I mean,
When
it's
I
really
hear when I
hard to
hear kind of
define because
sorta, that
you would
sounds
have
like
to know the
friends with
backstory. You
benefits.
would have to know the backstory to all of why I'm saying kind of, sort of. But let's just
Okay, but
keep it at
when I
kind of,
hear
sort
kind
of.
of sorta, I think that's more like friends with benefits. You a friends with benefits?
More friends than benefits. I'll say that.
No fringe benefits?
No.
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 Huh?
No.
Okay. All right.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Okay. So with the whole COVID thing and your social life being literally grinding to a halt, if the shoe was on the other foot and you were in the industry where you just had to stay home, do you think you would have survived not
No.
being social and not working?
No. I couldn't do it. Staying home for me was never an option. I just don't think that fits my personality
So
at
even if
all.
they get on the news, they're like, "Oh, this is bad." If they flared up, everybody needs to stay their asses home. You gonna like, fuck it, I'm going out there. I just get it.
I mean, I would have a hard time dealing with that, just being stuck at home because I was like losing my mind. I'm a homebody, which is kind of weird. I'm a
Hilarious.
homebody, but then I didn't want to be at home either.
That's why I say you're a homebody that don't want to be at home.
That's it. It's just weird. It's hard to describe, but that's how I would describe myself. I'm a homebody that don't want to be
You
at
want to
home.
be at home when you want to be
Thank
at home.
you. When I call the shots, so when I say I want to be home, that's when I want to be at home. Exactly.
Hilarious.
Yes. Let me say when.
She said, "Let me say when." What are your interests and hobbies?
My interest and hobbies.
Drinking is not a hobby, okay?
I don't drink like that.
I'm just saying, I'm just
So
throwing it out there. Even though drinking is a hobby for me, it shouldn't be a hobby for you.
okay. I'll take your word for it. I could tell you drinking something now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, uh-huh. I see that cup in the background somewhere.
What? My tea glass is empty. I've
See, I
already
knew
drank
it.
I've
Just
had my
on
tea.
cue. Just brought
I've
it
had
right
my
out.
tea.
On
I've
cue. Tea.
my tea.
Uh-huh.
No, I always got
Laced
my
with,
tea. Laced with
spiked
nothing.
with.
Spiked with water,
Yeah.
mineral water,
Yes.
alkaline water.
Yes. Tequila
No,
has
I
water. Vodka has water. Whiskey. They're all
hey,
made with water.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Smell it on you.
Really? You got smell-o-vision on your computer?
I got smell-o-vision. That's
You
why you're
heard it.
surprised. Yes.
You heard it here first, people. She got smell-o-vision. Mr. Lancy's ahead of the curve.
Oh my gosh. My interests and hobbies. Um, I like playing board games.
Really?
Yeah.
Board games are boring.
No, they're not. If you play the right board games with the right people, oh my gosh, it's so much
So,
fun.
what's your favorite board game? Don't say
Right
Monopoly. Please don't
right
say
now,
Monopoly.
oh no. No, no, no. My favorite board game right now is Clue.
Really?
It's the old school one.
That is very old school.
Yes, but that's my favorite board game right now because it's like who done it? You got to figure it out. Like it makes you think.
But
And then it's
haven't
so
you
funny
played
when
that
people don't
enough?
know how to play. I'm not gonna call no names when they don't know how to play, and it's like they're so clueless. But
And the cold
yeah,
part is, I know, but I don't know who you're talking about.
yeah, you do know who I'm talking about.
All right.
And
Board games.
shadows.
Come on. Interest in hobbies. What else you got? Come on, talk to me. We got board games. What else?
Of course, singing. That's a given.
But
I
you're not
play the
singing for
piano too.
everybody. Really?
I'm a
You a
little bit of a
pianist?
musician.
You're a
Yes,
pianist?
pianist. Um, yeah,
So you play, do you have a piano in the house?
I have a
Or a
little keyboard
keyboard?
over there. Yes,
So you work it out and you tune up the pipes too at the same time?
a
You
little
work them out?
bit. Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
yeah. You're gonna have to get a recording going on. We gotta hear
Oh
that
my
one.
goodness. Y'all
Gotta
don't
get
want
a
to hear
recording.
me do nothing.
We
Okay?
gotta hear this. Mm-hmm.
No, no, no. I like doing makeup. I started very young when I was like 15, when everybody else was like, why are you wearing blue eyeshadow? You're a black girl. See? And it's ironic that I have blue eyeshadow
Hilarious.
on now because people are like, black girls don't wear blue eyeshadow. And I'm like, watch me. And I've never looked back. So that's a hobby of mine too.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that great tonight because, it's been a long, rough day, but I did my best.
All right. If you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
The first person I would say would be the singer Brandy, because anybody who knows me should know that she is my, like, I would just die if I met her. Like, she is the vocal Bible. She is like everything
Brandy?
vocally to me. Yes.
Like old, like fresh on the scene, Brandy?
Brandy, I want to be down,
That's what I'm
Brandy.
about to say. Fresh on the scene,
Yes.
Brandy?
Yeah, fresh on the scene, Brandy. Moesha. Yes.
Yeah. Watch out there now.
Oh yeah. For sure. Like I would just lose my mind if she walked into the room right now. Like I would die. Um Another person would be, that's a really hard one.
Okay. Well, let's keep moving. You
Keep
marinate
moving
on that.
because
We might have to come on
I
back to
have to
that one.
I have to think about that one.
How would you want to be remembered?
I would want to be remembered as someone who made a difference in someone's life, whether it be because of my funny sense of humor or a kind deed that I've done. Um, just somebody that made someone else's life a little bit better, a little bit more lighter, a little more enjoyable. because I know, in this life, we have so much to stress about, we have so much to worry about, and just to have some kind of a comic relief or just hope or something from somebody. I know for me, that would make my day. Like, I have patients that talk to me about things, and I had a conversation actually with one today that gave me some hope and made me feel a little better about myself, and just things like that, because I feel like when you're just going through whatever it is, you just never know how you can touch somebody, and if they're going through the same thing as you're going through, you can just encourage them to get through that.
When you say touch, what are we talking? Socially, emotionally,
Touch,
physically?
like
What are we talking?
emotionally.
I'm just
No
trying to figure it
physical
out.
touching.
I'm just trying to figure it
We're
out.
not
Hey,
touching nobody physically.
hey, I'm just asking. I'm just
I'm just
asking.
saying.
Okay, I'm just asking. Yeah, you might want to get your touchy touch on.
No, nobody's
All right.
getting touched.
You sure?
Yeah, you
All
get
right,
touched by an
gotta give you one
angel,
of these. You
but
sure?
I'm not touching you. So
You sure? Yeah.
no.
All right.
You look nice, Tony, by the way,
Thank you.
tonight. You're
I
welcome.
try to do my best for the Delancey ladies.
Oh my God.
Try to do my best for the Delanceys.
You're funny.
What's
2 for 1.
one piece of advice you would give someone just starting out as a panelist on a podcast?
I would say be authentically you, and not to be afraid of, having your own voice and being able to, stand up to the challenge, even though you may not agree or always be on the side of everyone else. Stand your ground, be respectful, however, but don't lose who you are, because someone
Lose who
else
you
may
are.
have something to gain
Lose who
from
you are.
just who you are. Yeah, because a lot of people get lost in the sauce, and become very fickle, or always like wishy-washy, because they can't stand their ground.
That's an old school term for you young
Oh,
folks. Wishy
wishy-washy.
washy. Okay, that's
Yes.
wishy washy. Y'all call it
Yep.
flip flopping.
Flip
Y'all call it
flopping,
fake.
fake, all of that. Wishy-washy.
All right, here's a troublesome question.
Oh boy.
Favorite podcast panelists on the purple mic right now, and why?
My favorite
Mm-hmm.
podcast panelist, I would have to say the illustrious hostess,
I knew it was your
Erica.
bestie.
Oh, well, you
I
should
knew it was
know.
your bestie.
It was my bestie, of course,
I knew it was
because
your bestie.
we have so
Laverne
much
and
in
Shirley.
common. And I love everybody. Don't get me wrong.
Where's the
But
love?
what?
Where is the
Where is
love?
the love? I love everybody, but she gets me and I get her. So it's a little bit easier to, have her be my favorite person, because I ain't gotta argue with you.
Y'all
I
are
ain't gotta.
road warriors. Y'all are just
No
road warriors.
wars. It's
The
we
road
could look at each
warriors.
other and know what is going on. Not a word. You don't have to say nothing.
That's dangerous.
It's
You know
just
that, right?
easy.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
That's dangerous. Y'all might want to look into.
Like-minded.
Y'all might want to get some
Like-minded.
help
That's
for that.
all.
Y'all might want to
Like-minded.
get some help for that. That's
No,
dangerous.
like-minded. That's it. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, here's a tried and true question everybody gets. If you're going to live on a desert island but could only take one thing with you, what would it be?
My radio. I cannot live without music. Yeah.
Okay. Who's to say you're going to get a radio signal on a desert island?
You better. I have my CDs with me. I mean, it could play it. I don't need no radio signal. I just need my CDs. Come with me.
But you're on an island, and what's the presumption that there's power?
Batteries,
You better have a lot of batteries, Mr.
oil,
Lancey.
paper, and some. I don't know. We'll make some work. Be MacGyver up in that piece.
That's way too funny. You just presuming that there's power, or
I'm just saying.
are you left
Hey,
on this island with a lifetime supply of batteries?
that's it. That too. That's coming. The radio
You just presuming it.
lifetime supply batteries and my CDs.
Hilarious.
And I have no music.
And all those CDs will be Brandy. We already
That's
know.
right.
That's
All 7 of them.
slightly
Yes.
disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is going to be interesting. Tell me something you think is true that almost nobody agrees with you on.
That's a really that marriage license is
What about
vital.
the marriage license?
Is vital.
Oh, that is vital?
Uh-huh.
What makes that true?
You said you didn't say it had to be true. You said people
Yeah, that
agreed
you
with
think.
me on. Yes. That I think. Because I've seen the discussions on the last one where it was said that it wasn't necessary.
Yeah. Why is it necessary?
That wasn't the question.
True. But hey, we're talking.
The marriage license.
True. I'm just trying to figure out, why do you think it's necessary? If I said, Jolon, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, let's go to the church, let's do this, I got you, boom. I just don't want to go get a license. Where's the issue?
Then you don't love me.
How is getting a license say I don't love you?
Because that would be part of something that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love somebody, and it's not to give them everything they want, but if it was important to me, then if you loved me, you would make that happen. Ah.
Really? That's the hill you want to die on?
Yes.
That's the one.
Put me on the top of the hill. That's it.
That's a rough hill to die on. You know that, right? That's a rough one.
I mean, it is what it is. Now, again, everybody doesn't agree because they feel like you can do marriage without a license. But how do you call that marriage? What is marriage defined as?
Our ancestors called it marriage. They didn't have to go get a license.
Well, that was because they had their own customs.
And those customs weren't necessarily wrong. So why we can't go back to that?
But that's not the day and age we live in. See what I'm saying? Like, if we had just those customs and that was what we had, then I can understand. But we have a different way of doing things. So you go with that.
But what makes the new customs right and the old customs wrong?
I didn't say the old customs were wrong. It's just what we're doing now. You have to get with the times. It's like me using like a flip phone and everybody got a smartphone.
Hey, flip phones will come back.
No, they're not.
They've come back.
World?
They've come back. The Razor came back. Samsung got a flip phone. They come back.
Yeah, but how many people got that?
I got 2 of them.
How many people got that?
Okay, so what is the most heavily used app on your phone?
Probably
you got to stare
YouTube.
At that mug.
Probably you. It's probably YouTube, because YouTube has so many things on there. You can look up anything that you want.
Ain't that the truth?
Anything. And there's a video about it. Somebody talked about it, made a video about it. There's millions of them of the same topics.
Mm-hmm. Yes, wrote a story about it. Let it tell you how it go.
Absolutely.
What is Miss De Lancy's biggest fear?
My biggest fear? It's funny because I really thought about it today. My biggest fear is being alone.
How did I know you were going to say that?
For the rest of my life. Because I feel like...
How is that a bad thing, though?
It's not a bad thing. It's the fear. It's not that if I were to be alone, that I couldn't live and deal with it, but it's a fear. Because
have you come to terms with that fear?
Have I come to terms with the fear? I'm coming to terms with it. It's getting closer and closer to the terms and agreements where I got to sign the dotted line.
Well, what makes you think you're coming closer to those terms and agreements?
Because it doesn't scare me as much.
You're slowly accepting that there is a possibility in your lifetime that you could be by yourself from here on out.
From here on out,
You're
Becoming more
accepting it.
accepting of it, yes.
Gotcha.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with someone, and but
Oh, there's nothing
also
wrong with it whatsoever.
knowing the
But
possibility that that may not be for you, or maybe may not be your life.
so do you find yourself, the older you get, willing to accept a little less in the type of mate that you want?
No, that doesn't change.
The standards stay the same no
The
matter how old
standards
you
stay
get.
the same, yeah. And I have to know that with my standards staying the same, that some possibilities can be weeded out. And the older I get, the less options there are.
Hmm.
It is
All
what
right.
it is.
I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Oh boy.
What's one thing that people are generally surprised to find out about you? I think I know the answer to this one.
Oh, my age.
Really?
Yes.
That's the shocker?
That's one of them.
Because I'm still on the fact that you can sing, and that was never mentioned before.
Well, I said that already, but yes, thinking about something else, my age.
And are you willing to share with the world how old we are presently or getting ready to make?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm okay with sharing how old I am.
And how old are we?
I am 40.
Ooh.
40 years old.
So how does it feel to be in the 4-0 club?
It feels great. I feel the same. Like I was in the 30 club.
Hilarious.
I
You
don't feel
sure?
any different. Like
The,
literally, it's
the,
just now that I say I'm
in the
40.
40s don't feel nothing like my 30s. I'm sorry.
Well,
It
I
don't
just
feel.
literally turned 40
I know,
a
I
month
know, I know.
ago.
You fresh on the
I'm
scene. You just
fresh
got your
in the
ticket punched.
40s.
You just got your ticket punched. I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
fresh in
Yeah.
the 40s, so I don't feel any different.
Give it 2 more years. I didn't start feeling it until I hit 42. Give it 2 more years. When I hit 42, I was like, ooh, this stuff.
42, that's what it's
Yeah. I
like.
was like,
It
ooh,
got
this
you.
don't feel right.
Right,
Yeah.
it got you.
Like I had to call my mama. Why you didn't tell me just random bones gonna start popping and cracking? Why you didn't give me
Hmm.
the manual on this?
That's what happens.
I'm scared to move.
Okay,
My
I'll break
knees sound
something.
like Rice Krispies.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
They sound like Rice Krispies. Oh, mic down. Sound like
Uh-oh.
Rice Krispies. Ooh, Lord. You just got christened in the 40s.
Right.
We want to think it's
I
good
just got
times.
here. I just arrived.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This the
still fresh.
pre-AARP years.
No. AARP.
Well,
Can't
you're in the
wait to get that. They get
pre-AARP.
them good. They get them good discounts though.
So here's the crazy part. People don't realize that you don't have to be a senior citizen to get AARP. You can
Oh, you
sign up
don't?
at any time you want. Yeah, they take anybody. They don't care.
Oh
You could be
well.
in your 20s. You can sign up. They don't care.
Shoot. Let me get my application together.
Yeah, you can get those AARP benefits immediately if
Get
you
out
want
of
to.
here. I did not know that. I learned
That's what
something
I say.
tonight.
Most people don't know that. Somebody had to show me. It's literally in their little thing. It's like anybody can join.
Oh wow.
It says literally anybody can
Today.
join. All right, last one for all the marbles.
The finale.
10 years from now, what are your hopes for yourself?
10 years from now, I'll be what?
You be 50. Remember that you be 50.
10 years from now, I hope to be married,
With a marriage
traveling.
license. Put that in
Yes,
there.
with a marriage license. I'm framing it. I'm going to send a picture of it to you specifically. So, married, traveling. I think my son, he should be done with college by then. Yeah, and just enjoying the rest of my life. I'll be still working, but I wouldn't mind that, giving me something to do. Living my life to the fullest potential. Whatever new endeavors show up, I'm down. Like making the most out of my life and enjoying it.
Okay, let me get a curveball in here. And this is gonna be the last question. This is last to the last.
The last of the last.
Last to the last. You meet a man, y'all cool, social, emotional, financial, all that. He willing to go get the license, sign the papers, walk down the aisle, all the beautiful things, everything that you want. At your current age, if he says, I want to have a child. Are you on board with that?
Huh?
I like them Hans. Hans is nice. If he said he wanted to have a child with you, are you on board for that burden at this stage in the game?
That's a tough one. We would have to really
Is
sit
that a
down and
potential
discuss.
deal breaker?
I don't know. We had to talk about that.
So that deserves a conversation.
It deserves a conversation. I mean,
Couple
I always
bottles of
said that I
wine.
would if I got married. I would have another child, but that was like 10 years ago. So we don't know about now.
So is that off the table? Is that a maybe? Is that
It's a
just
maybe. It's a really
that
really
we're going
thin
back to consider
maybe. Yeah, it's a thin maybe
considering?
because
It's a thin
you better
maybe.
come now.
How thin? See-through thin?
See through cellophane. You know what's that plastic wrap thin see through? Yeah, that.
Oh, so that's we're pushing toward no.
Yeah.
Hard no.
That's a really hard no.
So no begging, no pleading.
No begging, no
Okay,
pleading. Just
let's add on to that. What if he comes into your life and he doesn't have a child and he wants to have one with you?
why me though?
Maybe he's in the same boat as you and he was waiting for Miss Right and you are his Miss Right. And he held out all this time and now he's like, boom, I wanna give you my seed. I want to create with you. Does that still deserve a conversation, or is that a direct no? We still talking cellophane? You can't see these ovaries.
Well, you better come tomorrow.
So he gotta roll up on you quick, and this gotta happen. It's gotta be like
tomorrow. If he
let's
not
do this.
tomorrow, we yeah. Maybe.
Nah, I'm going in and getting tubes tied, fried, and dyed, laid to the
There you
side.
go.
You ain't getting no
Take
more
them
of
out.
this.
Take it all out. I don't need it no more. Useless.
That is hilarious. I didn't know you had a breaking point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. And you, Miss Jolon De Lancy, are known. The world knows you now.
I hope so.
Cecil Chocolate is known.
Yes, I am.
Welcome to the world.
Yes.
The Purple Mic has put you on the map. You are known.
I'm still not going to be known, but that's okay. I know myself. That's what matters.
All right. So that is all for our show tonight on the Purple Mic with our Getting to Know You segment with Jolon De Lancy and your host, Tony Johnson. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, tweets, and all the good stuff. And you might find us on CNN one day. You never know. You never know.
We hope to be one day for good things.
Yeah, the jacked up segment on CNN.
No.
Thank you all. Stay tuned for the next episode in the Getting to Know You series. Have a good night to all.
Good night. It was a pleasure, Tony.
It was a pleasure, definitely.